Like, if I was in a gang like that, I'd be like, I'm gonna try to be a cop, I think I would think that way.
You're trying to think, you're trying to go high level?
So what do you say, let's say you're in the interview, and then the guy's like, were you ever in a gang?
What, dude? I do that for
All right, is everybody here familiar with
Yup.
the LA County Sheriff's Department's deputy gangs or cliques?
A little bit.
Yeah, the banditos in them.
Little bit here and there.
We've heard rumors.
Explain to our fans what deputy gangs are.
Go ahead, Bart.
There's a few of them. Banditos is one of them. There's one called the Spartans. And so the LA, there's a bunch of them actually, but the LASD has a bunch of different stations. So one like Marina Del Rey, South Central has one, East LA, you go all the way up to like Simi Valley, like they're all over the place. And then some of them have gangs, or some of them will have matching tattoos. And from what I understand, some of these gangs started off as more of a camaraderie thing. Like, let's be this exclusive
like a fraternity club.
And we're gonna try to rise up together. We'll do policing work better together, a better understanding together. We're like our own small little team. And then I think anytime you have any group like that, there is tendency for corruption. And then if you're in the police, you have a lot of power. So you can also end up getting in trouble. And then I've talked to a few people, and then some of them have evolved so much to almost feel like an inner police mafia. So I've heard of one of them having a 3-part initiation. One of them, you must have smoked someone on the job.
Holy.
One of them, you must have cheated on your wife, and the other person and another member has witnessed it, and then the other one has to have a nomination from a current member.
So that's like
That's a fucking gang.
So it's like some training day shit, yeah, for sure. For sure.
So if you don't have a wife, you probably have to get a wife first. And then...
I watched videos like
Just
this.
to cheat on her.
Am I in, boys?
I got one, like you said.
Yeah, because they try to call it out, and then some people will be like, "Oh, no, it's just a fraternity within it." But I mean, they might not know either, So.
But remember we had Aram Cho here, and we asked him about that, and he kind of was saying that they weren't real, remember?
Well,
Maybe
he's
that's
also
his
not-
job to like.
But he's not sheriff though.
Yeah, he's a different.
But
He's
do you have to
city
be
police.
do you have to be able to confirm or deny?
Maybe he's gonna get smoked if he rats.
Because he was a lieutenant dude that was here, and we were like, what about those police gangs? And he was like, oh no, like he kind of was like dismissive a little bit. Did you not feel that?
Like anyone would be.
Well, I wouldn't know because it's like.
But that makes it feel real. Because he was just like, oh, that's not like a,
Yeah.
That's what makes it feel like if a cop's saying that, it feels real. It feels like,
Yeah.
oh, he's being nice. He's being cool.
Well, the LA County Sheriff's Department formally bans deputy gangs or cliques.
Like, would they have to do that?
But they
Probably
banned it before, no?
Wasn't it already banned?
They need to have a better job of like internal affairs fucking sniffing these motherfuckers out.
What if those guys are part of it too?
Yeah, you never know.
Shit,
Goes
like
up
they infiltrated? That's
all the way to
gang.
the top.
I thought the Banditos was a Mexican biker gang. They have them in San Antonio.
Oh, they do?
Maybe there's cops in that gang.
Maybe they ride cop motorcycles.
No,
Maybe they didn't trademark that name, so other people are using
it
it.
was the same logo too.
Aren't some cops like Mongols and Vagos too?
I bet. I bet
for
they
sure.
are.
I know some gang members that became military and then they joined a police department, like here in Southern California.
And they stayed active gang.
Yeah, my buddies were helping them
Wow.
change their tattoos, their gang tattoos.
Dang.
Like, if I was in a gang like that, I'd be like, I'm gonna try to be a cop, I think I would think that way.
You're trying to think, you're trying to go high level?
Yeah, if you're like, hey, we really want to take this gang stuff to the next level, I should probably be a cop. That's what I would think.
So what do you say? Let's say you're in the interview, and then the guy's like, were you ever in a gang?
What, dude? I do that for Are you kidding me?
Dude, you're good. He's good.
Me in a gang? Yeah.
You're now the sergeant.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy's too good.
Easy fix. You can't crack.
So are they admitting that it exists now?
Well, it did because they were just like cliques, little bands of like brotherhood bullshit, and then they turned into gangs. So it definitely existed. They were like little frats inside of the.
And also, it's like specifically former Sheriff Alex Villanueva like long downplayed the existence or influence of such organizations.
As you do.
Although he conceded during a January meeting of the Sheriff's Civilian Oversight Commission that some subgroups.
Some people say he's one of them.
It makes sense.
Sounds like it.
See, that's my strategy. The next
Allegedly.
level. Become the mayor.
From other people. Don't kill me, Villanueva.
I mean,
I live in
at the same
Vegas.
time, though, it's like if a bunch of them-
He gave him your
if a bunch of
location.
them are sporting tattoos that like
Right.
show their allegiance to like these like subgroups, and then yeah, we have.
What is this, boys? We're in a fucking
Careful,
gang.
boys. Don't fuck with us. We stay faithful to our wives.
We're afraid of everybody.
We're an inter gang, which is the whole gang.
Let's say like in our, if this is an intergang, what are the 3 requirements?
Ooh, what are the rules?
You're retarded.
You gotta kiss Bart. You gotta kiss Bart on the mouth at least once.
We have to witness you blowing money on something outrageous.
Yeah, you have to lose like 6 figures minimum.
In
Lose
crypto.
6 figures minimum.
In crypto.
What the
must, have,
fuck?
must have lost money on crypto.
Or in life, just in general. That'll work too.
And then you have to kiss Bart?
No, that was the one I was just.
Am I gonna have to be the one to state the obvious? The white guy in the room, really?
What are you gonna say?
Steve's white.
Yes.
Oh, Steve's part of the gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve has a tattoo.
See?
Yeah, Steve has a tattoo.
He's our DEI.
Jared, if you got some space on that shit, dude,
Yeah, if you got some real estate on your shit.
it's looking real nice.
I got real estate on my whole body. I'm a bitch.
You got whole real estate all over the place.
Tattoos.
You got a lot of space.
You got single family homes, you got townhouses, you got apartment complexes.
Yeah, you gotta have the tattoo.
You got to eat Sonora Town every week.
Yeah, dude.
One of your businesses have to be bankrupt.
Yeah.
Jared can't be in this.
And
Yeah. Your wife's got to get mad at you every now and then. Something you said on camera publicly.
Yeah, but that's every guy. Ever.
That's every guy ever.
That's true. That's
I
true.
think my old neighbor was one actually too.
Really? That
Oh.
Remember the house that I lived in where you guys came over to do the interview the first time when you guys
Yeah.
came to LA?
Uh-huh.
So I knew about them and I recognized the tattoo, and he had a hoodie with that design on. And then I was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of the Banditos?" And then he was like, "Oh, what the fuck do you know about the Banditos?" "Oh, I don't know, I just like read articles or whatever." And then we were talking. We became
Just the answer alone.
Wearing a hoodie with it?
yeah. And then we ended up being cool. And then so later on, I was like, "Hey, like on a cop's salary, like how do you afford to live in this neighborhood?" And then he was like, "Oh, we had like a lawsuit with the city or whatever. I ended up winning." And I was like, "What was like the lawsuit?" He was like, "Oh, you know, like I was driving in my patrol car, this tree fell on me," and then I was like, interesting. And then we would talk about real estate, and he told me he owned like 2-3 other houses in the city. I was like, "What the?"
Those random falling California trees, man. I heard
I was
about
like,
them.
this sounds
winds,
like
Santa Ana
this
winds,
sounds
yeah.
like that training day where they like open the ground. Here's a fucking crate, you know. You get 100 G's and you get 100 G's. I was like, damn, that sounds fucking crazy.
Why is he wearing the hoodie if he's like...
Yeah, no shit.
He's like, "Wait, what the fuck you know about them, man? Stop looking. No clues.
I just like the design, man.
Stop looking for clues.
I got like another extra large. You want it?
I like graphics.
So there's a report released by the Civilian Oversight Commission last year suggesting that at least a half a dozen deputy gangs or cliques were active in the department, with their activities leading to more than $55 million in legal damages against the agency.
If you're a reporter, why not just say 6? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it just sounds crazier.
Half a dozen of Baker's dozen worth of gangs.
Baker's dozen worth of
Gangsters dozen.
There's 13 of them.
According to the Sheriff's Department, the policy unveiled Wednesday specifically bars participation in a law enforcement gang and soliciting others to become members of such a gang. It also bars deputies from being members of any hate group. The policy also requires department members to take part in any investigations in alleged prohibited activities. It also notes that criminal allegations may be referred to prosecutors, and allegations of participation with any banned internal gangs will be referred to the Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training, which could lead to a suspension or revocation of a deputy's certification.
But who's enforcing that? That sounds silly to me. That they're like, all right, cops, no more of this. Police yourselves.
Yeah.
I think it's probably just like a public demonstration, and like, see, I told you, and then the public's like, Oh, okay, cool.
Thank God they're doing something about that.
The thing I didn't know about.
Because the only two people that could would probably be Internal Affairs or FBI. But who knows if they're like, what is their incentive to go and clean that shit up?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just more like, what's the word? Jaded. But I kind of feel like that's the norm. Corruption and not every police officer. Obviously, we got some, straight edge, good cops.
There's a lot of good ones.
And we
yeah.
know some that are, so to the books, they won't even do anything like steal a penny or a company pen, right? But also I do know, like, for a fact, some departments that are involved in criminal activity. And I'm like, but that's kind of like the way it goes.
Because one of our closest friends, he's actually friends with a bunch of them. And I'm like, these guys never like try to like coax you or like nominate you? And they're like, nah, they know I'm too square.
Oh, it's too dangerous.
Yeah, because he's just by the book. This is how I do things. I'm gonna rank up, do this, blah blah blah. And then so he's a good cop and he does all whatever his job's supposed to be. But they just know that he's too much of a square to ever bend the rules or do anything.
Yeah. But I'm surprised that his career wasn't compromised from being too square either.
But maybe he's not too square where he's not gonna rat out his fellow like.
He'll just look the other way.
Yeah. Maybe.